Wait, the whole country fell into a trap whilst they thought they were responding to just something that look, it appears and looked genuine to them. But to be quite honest, it wasn't genuine at all. It was a trap, and a lot of people fell into the trap. Speaking about people falling into the trap, who trapped people? Well, Kelly Khumalo had trapped you guys. I couldn't respond, and I'm gonna tell you in a short moment why I couldn't help you guys as she was trending, and she continued to provoke you even today. Now, there are quite a number of lessons that I'm going to teach you, and after this lesson, I want you to understand what is going on, and next time, don't fall for her tricks and traps. Right. You know, I must admit the company or the people that are managing Kelly Khumalo, they are very good at what they do. They know what they do. They understand. She took the glory that was supposed to be given to she hijacked the glory that was supposed to be given to Ntokozo Mbambo. She stole it and made this whole thing about her, trapped you into it, and you fell into it. A lot of people responded, don't worry. A lot of people were responding and people were reacting towards what Kelly Khumalo was saying, but it was a trap, right? Some people who have gone to a point of saying, listen, don't censor me, you are here. You know what I'm saying? You are saying exactly what she wanted you to say. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you don't understand what I'm trying to say, wait a minute, I'm going to unpack everything and I'm going to make you understand that it was a trap. You fell into a trap. But before I take this journey with you, are you interested to take this journey with me? If you are, then please stick around. As you stick around, there are just a few things that I'm requesting from you guys, and those things are, number one, guys, please subscribe. 2, like the video. 3, comment in the comment section below. 4, share this video. 5, watch this video until the end. 6, watch the ads, because I mean doing so, it does help out a lot when it comes to the YouTube algorithm to promote and spread this video to as many people as possible. So definitely, good people, the power here is in your hands. Now, I want you to understand this, right? The reason I couldn't respond as Kelly Khumalo was trending, it is simply because I had gone into an event called, it was a property event, right? I was at Sentin, right? Those are some of the things that I got when I was there. Obviously, you can't see it because it's white. It is reflecting back. But yeah, this is the book that I bought. In fact, this book was given as a gift. I was supposed to buy this book. This book, it's a best-selling book in the country, first edition. So I went there because I've got an interest in property. Not only do I have an interest in just buying property and owning property, but I have an interest in property. Those are the things that I got when I was there, right? Not only do I have an interest in owning property, but I also have an interest in starting a business and interest. I mean, in property, I want to buy and sell property. I did ask people that I know, but none of them have ever answered my question. In fact, they ignored me on this point, never reverted back to me. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm not going to take this personal and hate people for not responding to me. As soon as there was this show, I decided to go to the show. So as Kelly Khumalo was trending, I was busy in Sentin Convention Center. What a productive day there. Nevertheless, guys, it was a trap. You fell into a trap, and hey, I'm so sad to see you guys going through what you went through. But because I love you and I care about you, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna have to remind you something. Or I should start with what people were saying. No, I will end with what people were saying. But I'm gonna have to show you first. Right. I'm okay. In I'm a celebrity, or within celebrity lifestyle, there's a code that is called bad publicity is good publicity. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Once you understand that, then you can crack this whole thing. Bad publicity is good publicity. There's no bad publicity. Now, you might notice, right, when it's just a common thing. When a celebrity is about to release something, not long ago, KB was about to release something. Guess what he did? KB and Sayeni, there was a sex tape. Then while KB was trending, Sayeni was trending, boom, KB spoke about a new album that is coming up. Those are strategies that they use. Not long ago, right? In fact, long ago, there was an incident. You may go to one of the podcasts. You may want to go to Nkululeko and Culture. He did an interview with the person who owns Ghetto Rife. Ghetto Rife is where Zola 7 was recording. So Zola 7 was on stage on the other time. I don't know what happened, and then it was like it was reported that there is a case against Zola 7. The management took that thing and marketed Zola 7 and made him a big star just by that, using that bad incident. That's why I said to you, bad publicity is good publicity. Most of the time when celebrities are about to release an album, if they know that there's no traffic in their name, or we don't speak about them that much, you will often hear that a certain individual or celebrity has died. Then he will wait 2 to 3 days and then come back and clear the air and say, no, I'm alive. Then boom, he releases some music. That's what they do. Now, Bongs, please show us then, how did we fall into Kelly Khumalo's trap? Well, you fell right into her trap. She trapped all of you. She understands how you feel about her. She knows exactly that if she can say something, if she can say something along this line, you are going to respond like this. She now can predict your response, right? And because she can predict your response, then she can start a fight while she's selling her brand. Let me show you what happened, so that you can clearly understand what happened yesterday. A person that was supposed to be trending yesterday, it was supposed to be this lady, Ntokozo Mbambo, right? Kelly Khumalo understood what was going on. Hey guys, before I get there, let me share with you. Today I'm gonna expose her secret, right? Kelly Khumalo knows that people want to know or wants the truth about Senzo Meyiwa. If you want to know what Kelly Khumalo, how this lady plays, how she plays into people's minds, you must look at her song title. Most of the songs that she releases, they insinuate something without saying something. I'll give an example. She released a song called Ngathwala Ngaye. Remember, the public sentiment says we want the truth about the death of Senzo Meyiwa, and then a person who's under scrutiny then released a song titled Ngathwala Ngaye. She released the song eti Ngiyathemba uyabona sofela khona mpi. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In that song, she's saying, no matter what, I'm not gonna give up. I will fight until the end. It's just 2 songs that I've just picked on her music. If you can follow her music, it says a lot about the current situation. At some point, she released a song that says, Sinna, I'm not the one. You know what I'm saying? Her music always insinuate or provoke people. If you can understand that, recently she released a song called Emaweni, right? How best can she sell the new released? Remember the first thing that I told you, bad publicity is good publicity, right? So the best possible way to to sell her album is to get herself trending. As she is trending, then you must look at what look at what happened during the day. I was in Sandton Convention Center. Busy in Sandton Convention. I was busy at Sandton Convention Center learning a lot about property. As I told you, I was busy there learning a lot about property and all the stuff. But I was aware of what I was hoping. Guys, I'm going to be reading this book. I'm so excited. They gave me this book. I'm so super excited. I'm going to be reading this book about property. It has got 479 pages here, and I'm told that after reading this book, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna get a certificate. Then I will start my property company. Wow, I'm so excited. But yeah, I was busy there. So, but I was following as to what was happening. You know what I'm saying? So, what happened was, as she was busy trending, she then released a video with her new single called Sohlangane Mawen. That is where she was driving you to. She first needed to trend, and she knew that if she were to say anything, you are going to react. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people then reacted. Guys, I don't know how best can I say this, but you fell into the trap. And the reason I am saying this is because Kelly Khumalo has been doing this for a while. She's playing into your head, and she knows how to play into your head. And I was like, you know what? I need to design a video where I am going to expose this secret, so you don't have to fall into this trap again. Because if you continue to respond with your emotions, Kelly Khumalo, she's going to play you. While she's playing you, you are actually doing her will by responding to her. She released a post yesterday. Within a space of 3 hours, that post had about 155,000 likes. That means there was so much traffic going. It was more than that. There was so much traffic going into Kelly Khumalo's page yesterday. Just yesterday alone, she probably received millions and millions of Twitter impressions, right? That means if Kelly Khumalo had to work with brands, she can easily work with brands, you know, because she can prove that, look at the impressions that I'm able to give you. Look at the impressions that I'm able to get from people. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday alone, I can bet she got more than 5 million impressions. You did exactly what Kelly Khumalo wanted you to do, but when you thought you were busy defending the truth. Yesterday, it was not about Senzo Meyiwa. She knew exactly what she was doing. The person that was supposed to be trending, it was this girl or this woman, Ntokozo Mbambo, but Kelly Khumalo stole her shine and came as if she's attacking Ntokozo Mbambo, and yet she knew that she's gonna drive. There are 3 women in this country. I keep forgetting the last one. 3 women that I hated the most in this country. The number 1 is Kelly Khumalo. Number 2 is Enhle Mbali. I keep forgetting the 3. The number 3 one, right? But I don't know what am I going to say. How am I going to unpack it for you? If you are Enhle Mbali, you already know that there are people that hates you, right? As I saw people falling into this trap, and I was saying to myself, if you are Kelly Khumalo, you already know that if I can say this, people are going to react this way. Let me give an example about it. The other time, Kelly Khumalo commented and said that, she said, what did she say? She said DJ Shaw was crowned song of the year. Her song was crowned song of the year on Khoza FM. People were complaining that we don't even know that song, and she responded by saying, if you don't have DSTV, you wouldn't have known her song. And then people responded. I remember a specific comment that responded by saying, you were there when Senzo Meyiwa was killed, but you don't even know who killed Senzo Meyiwa. Stop telling us nonsense. It shows that people have never forgotten what happened to Senzo Mewa, and they want nothing but the truth, right? But in as much as people want nothing but the truth, but she has been playing into this thing. You know what I'm saying? She knows how to trend using the very same Senzo Meyiwa that you are seeking justice for, but she's very strategic about it, right? So, what do I say? I am saying I'm going to read some of the things that were said by people, but just understand this. There are so many people who have done what Kelly Khumalo did. Not long ago, McG had some sort of a sexual thing on his podcast, right? Do you think that was accidental or it was planned? Knowing how you're going to react. Guys, to trend in this country, sometimes there are public companies, there are companies that are doing that. They create some bad stories about you. There are companies, guys, who are hired to manage artists. When you hear that an artist is managed by this person, they sit with you down and they can create a story that is problematic, that will paint you in a way that will shock people. As people are busy talking about you, get the trend and then you break the deal. If you don't believe what I'm saying, I'm gonna do one demonstration. How many people? Look, Gogo Skoteni, she in her show on Moja Love, she had 2 husbands, right? Who did that was Moja Love. Guess what? Now we know that that story never existed. So the story was created by Moja Love, knowing exactly that if we can say this, she's going to trend and we're gonna get traffic to her show, which ultimately Moja Love makes a lot of money. Dibuti had said, and Pastor Bay at some point they said that they were listening to the Moja Love wanted them, and they wanted them to do things that they did not agree to, and that's why they had to stop the show. They said it in one of their videos. Many people have said that Moja Love will actually come up with ideas that are unrealistic, things that are not happening, just so that they can create traffic to the show. This is me demonstrating that these things is being done even in in front of you, right? So yeah, this thing, man, is being done by big corporate companies, corporate media companies. When they want to trend, they will do whatever it takes to provoke you. And once they are done provoking you, they are done trending, then they will release whatever they want to do. All right. Have you noticed Michelle Ndamase has been trending left, right, and center? And it's always something bad, right? Some of those things are not true. But because there is a company that is reliable in making her trend, in making her relevant. If you are a celebrity, you are as good as good as people are talking about you, and you are as good as people remembering you. Then you are able to make deals. Then you are able to secure big deals. But if you are not relevant, then you're not going to be able, sometimes it's going to be difficult for you to make big deals. Because of that, celebrities, they will do whatever it takes. You will see them at some point in America. Somebody used to come up and say, "I'm gay." You know what I'm saying? And then, a straight guy like me, you know what I'm saying? I don't sleep with men, not at all. But you hear me saying, "I'm gay." When you hear that, I will trend, obviously. And then I release my album. And then probably once I've released my album, and then I come and rectify that. What if I say to you, the word gay, 50 years to 60 years ago, it means you are handsome, you are beautiful. What am I going to say? I'm telling you, like dictionary saw, the word gay didn't mean people of the same sex. It meant people who are very beautiful, a man who's very handsome. That person was called gay. So I can use the word, like come in public and say, "I'm gay." And then you start thinking that I'm dating other men, and then I release my album, and then after that I come and tell you that, listen, the word being gay, it means kahle kahle, being handsome. It has been changed recently to mean people of the same sex. Do you see what I'm trying to say? These are things that in America, somebody did it like that. Like said I'm gay and then was trending and released the music, and people were listening to music, trying to find clues there and then later on corrected those people. Don't fall into this trap. Kelly Khumalo has been doing this for a while. Even when she released her music, she will always play around your sentiment. Your sentiment is that you want justice for Senzo Meyiwa. She'll always play around that, right? So she will always provoke you. The best way, the best strategy to deal with her is not to answer her. Because as long as you are reacting to her, you are doing exactly what she anticipated. So the best possible strategy is not to respond to her. Let me give you this. If you're a woman, you will easily understand this. The best way to frustrate a woman, you know when a woman still loves you, and then you are going through a lot. As long as you are entertaining her, as long as you are willing to argue with her, then she'll consider herself still, even if you are separated. But the fact that you are still willing to argue with her, then it means that I know you're even necessarily separated. But the day you stop arguing with her, she will say whatever you say. You're like, okay, no problem. Then that's what hurts. That is what will hurt a woman the most, because she understands you have lost interest so much so that you're not willing to entertain anything. So most women will tell you, as long as he can still argue with me, it means that even if we're separated and he still have another man, as long as we can still argue and she'll provoke you and push you into a conversation, even if it's not necessary, for the fact that you're still willing to entertain her, argue with her, it means she's still important. You know what I'm saying? But the best remedy, don't argue with her. If you are done, don't argue with her. She may say things like, you are ugly, you are gay. You know, to me, I will feel offended if you say I'm gay. You know what I'm saying? I'll feel offended. But don't answer her. You know what I'm saying? Even if she comes and say, you know what, you know nothing about, you can't even satisfy a woman, you are horrible in bed. She's busy crushing your ego as a man. But don't answer her. Just look at her and say, okay, no problem. You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Learn a lot from this. You are being trapped, and she is going to trap you. Kelly Khumalo is going to trap you even tomorrow, and you will fall into a trap. Whatever she says, don't respond. That's how best you can deal with Kelly Khumalo. A lot of people then responded by saying the following. I'm going to read quite a number of them, but yeah, Ntokozo Mbambo had Kelly Khumalo insulting everyone. Congratulations to her. And somebody says, reading her own tweet this morning after Nyawupe has faded. They thought she would be like, no, she wasn't. Now that you understand what I've explained, Becky, let me read this one. I don't wanna lie, deep down, I'm so excited and happy seeing those tweets coming from Kelly Khumalo, busy venting and crying. She deserves it. No award for her till she tells us Gwenzagalani Ngomeyiwa. And then somebody says, I said what I said, and look at Kelly Khumalo, I take nothing back. Just busy putting fire on the existing Twitter backlash, right? And somebody says Kelly Khumalo the reason she was angry is because she was busy calculating money for Pampers and Christmas clothes before she won the awards. If you agree that Kelly Khumalo must full time. Hey, that is what people were saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then somebody says the only picture that can make Kelly Khumalo confesses to kill Senzo Meyiwa, it is Ntokozo Mbambo holding three, is it Summer Awards or Satma? I don't know. I think it's Summer Awards, right? And then somebody says, so Kelly Khumalo is offended for not winning the Summers. She even insulted the entire nation. Bitch, please look at those who were not best murderers cover up awards. Ha, yeah. At SG Joseph, right? And then somebody says, you guys have never heard Kelly Khumalo sing live. Even if she whispered the song in my ears, she will still not be better than Ntokozo Mbambo. All right, we stand by Ntokozo Mbambo. We love her. Her humbleness, dedication to the Lord. We will protect her against the bullies like Kelly Khumalo, who will gain nothing in her life. Somebody says, thank you, Summers. Kelly Khumalo deserves absolutely nothing look in this country, right? The fact that Ntokozo Mbambo is the harmless singer and performer in SA just make it easy for us to stand up for her against this Chinese teenager bully. Where Kelly Khumalo, hands off Summers. Those are some of the things that people say. Oh, Monya Otige, why is Kelly Khumalo swearing at us? Why does she care about winning or not? Not. I get it. Numbers don't lie. Why is she pressed? You know what I'm saying? Then somebody says Uzald, joy underscore Zelda. We also as South Africans need to stop being traitors and Abu Judas. Let's stop supporting Kelly Khumalo once. No concert, no watching her reality show, no buying her music. Otherwise, we will be just like the justice system fail our beloved brother Summers Ntokozo Mbambo. Oh, you know what I'm saying? This person has got the truth. You know, as long as Kelly Khumalo designs something that is going to provoke you, anything that Kelly Khumalo does now that is entitled, that she portray it or she phrase it as something that is going to tell the truth. She knows you're going to watch it because you want to have some clues as to what is she going to say about Senzo Meyiwa, right? Her music, you are listening to her, some of you listen to her music just because you want some clues, right? She knows that. But the best way possible to stop her, it is by choosing not to listen to her music. It is by choosing not to follow her shows. That is the only way you destroy Kelly Khumalo. If you think that you're going to respond on Twitter and say the things that you're saying on Twitter, thinking that you're destroying her, no, you're not. You're not at all. This person, at least she got at joy underscore Zelda. At least she got close to the point. You can never destroy Kelly Khumalo by responding on Twitter and having this Twitter backlash and all the stuff. You can never destroy Kelly Khumalo. I swear to God, you can never destroy Kelly Khumalo by that. Never. Forget and smile. You never. You know what I'm saying? But the moment you stop attending her concerts, the moment you stop watching her reality show, the moment you stop buying her music, that is the only time you are dealing with Kelly Khumalo. That's the only time you are punishing Kelly Khumalo. If you are doing this, Koslo, you are bringing bread to a table again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I thought Kelly Khumalo is found not guilty. Inhliziyo yami icishe yama. Bafaka uRamaphosa. Okay. No, we don't go there. This morning, siyathukana. That's what Kelly Khumalo was ready to do all these things, right? Okay. Now, there is something that I want to talk about, right? In this video. There's a point that people raised. I am going to talk about this point. Let me leave it. I'm going to have to design a separate video. And I'm going to show you something. There's something about us that we are hypocrites. Like, we are hypocrites of not. And I'm going to have to expose us before we can talk about her, before we can say this and this and this and this about Kelly Khumalo. There's something that needs to be said about us, people in this country, right? I need to charge my eyeball, guys. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, guys. Sorry, guys. We had a problem. I could have released this video a long time ago. We had a problem of load shedding. Not load shedding. There was a maintenance that was going on starting from early in the morning, and they only return electricity at about past 3. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was a bit difficult. So yeah. There's something that we need to talk about as far as Kelly Khumalo is concerned, but let me read some few. When artists are involved in wrongdoing or have pending cases, are usually cancelled. But Kelly Khumalo is still not affected after 9 years since the death of Senzo Meyiwa in her home. What keeps Kelly immune as opposed to other artists? This question was asked by Chris Excel. Chris Excel fake. That's what but it's a verified thing. It's called Chris Excel. This question, there's power in this question. Let me tell you this. You must listen to the arrogance that comes from Zandi Khumalo, the way she speaks to lawyers, the way she speaks in court. You must listen to the arrogance that comes from listen to the arrogance that comes from Zandi Khumalo in court, right? Addressing everybody, she doesn't care. Listen to the arrogance that comes from Ukeli Khumalo talking to people about this, she doesn't even care. Listen to the arrogance of Tumelo, listen to the arrogance of Mtogo and all the stuff. If you are following this very carefully, you can almost come to this conclusion that these people are simply saying to us, the backup, the people that are backing us up, they are more powerful than what you think. We know for a fact that we are not going to prison. And if you think I'm joking, you must listen to the interview that I did with Atene Tobana, where he says that based on what is happening from a legal point of view, these people are not going to be arrested. And this is the reason why. The reason they are not going to be arrested is simply because if you find these people not guilty, you cannot bring the Khumalo'S and prosecute them. You know why? They will say that it's called double jeopardy. You can't. So this case is a setup. They probably know that if we cannot find this one guilt, obviously the Khumalo'S will not be held accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's a strategy. It's a legal loophole that they saw. But you know what? They are exploring that strategy. You see what I'm saying? So that could only be that, or that should explain that the people that are backing them up, they are very powerful, influential people who makes things happen. They wouldn't have been this arrogant if they were if they were just depending on merely the judge's discretion. Or, you know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have been this arrogant, but they are arrogant because they know the people that are backing them up. You know what I'm saying? You must look at things that are surrounded by this case of Senzomeo. So, Kelly Khumalo then, this is me trying to explain, trying to answer at Chris Excel, right? Chris Excel, let me tell you this: Kelly Khumalo will never be cancelled. No bad thing will happen to her. Just look at Somizi as well. You must look at Somizi and their friends. Look at Somizi, what happened to Somizi when there were allegations. Metro FM, he was poached, cancelled on Idols. But how long did that last? He was brought back in all of the things. You know what I'm saying? We said what I'm saying. But let's contrast that with the likes of Amos Java. Got cancelled. They couldn't win, couldn't be on Uzalo. They were told by SAPC that there were allegations against Java, so he cannot be part of Uzalo. Uzalo wanted him to be part of Uzalo when Big Zulu was acting there. If I'm not mistaken, initially Java was supposed to be there first than Big Zulu. But yeah, then because of SAPC said no, the allegation, he was cancelled. He was supposed to win DSTV, those DSTV awards. He was cancelled. He was featured to those awards. He was cancelled because of the allegation, right? Now, do you see what I'm trying to say? But look at the likes of Abu Somizi, look at the likes of Abu Kelly Khumalo. There are allegations against them. What happens to them? Nothing. Then you must ask the question, why? It's not a coincidence. And I'm going to have to remind you this point. Kelly Khumalo keeps saying in all of her speech, she keeps saying that God will win. But we know for a fact that Kelly Khumalo is not talking about the God of the Bible. She's talking about a different God. And how do we know that? We know that because of her lifestyle. If you are a godly person, even your lifestyle tends to reflect that. But Kelly Khumalo lives a lifestyle that is far opposite to God's way. And then when she wants to appeal to you, she uses the word God. But you can tell she's not talking about the real God or the God that created the universe, the God that we all bow down to and worship. She's talking about a different God. You must notice Kelly Khumalo, even in her tone, her facial expression when she says, at the end, God will win. You could tell that, no. I'm interested. I've listened to her interviews many times when she talks about that. It's not the God of the Bible. I can bet it's not the God of the Bible. It's a different God. Yes. But again, I'll leave that. You see. So the point is, there are serious organizations that are backing up Kelly Khumalo. She's affiliated to serious organizations. And I'm going to tell you that Kelly Khumalo is backed up by serious people, serious secret organizations. And that's why you can never cancel Kelly Khumalo, because you will receive a call from one of the people at the top and ask you, what are you doing? What are you going to say?